This is the network service of the NTA.
Feel it deep within. Find your healing keyless. It's none you haven't said. Would you come with me beyond the earth, darling? Do you believe? We'll travel through the edges, turn those pages, future, past, present. Just maybe we can save this life, the world from hate. Do I dare to say? You heal the wounded souls. Baby, they're my haters. We do not belong. Just maybe we can save the world from hate. Do I dare to say? Do I dare to say? Dare to say? Do I dare to say? Dare to say? Should I end this war, this battle? We're not sure, but take it up with God. The heaven sees it all. These harmonies we forge bring balance to the world. All hope is lost and never let we call. We'll travel through the edges, turn those pages, future, past, present. Just maybe we can save this life, the world from hate. Do I dare to say? Heal the wounded souls. Baby, they're my haters. We do not belong. Just maybe we can save this life, the world from hate. Do I dare to say? Do I dare to say? Dare to say? Do I dare to say? Dare to say?
Oh my goodness, that was so amazing. Those were excerpts from the AMVCA 2025 Cultural Night right before the award night. So the lights, the camera, and all the fashion. Last week, Africa's biggest stars didn't just show up, they showed off at the AMVCA 2025. And today on the Medley Show, we'll be reliving the glitz, the wins, the moments, the speeches, and all the time that we had to shout, wow. That's going to be our focus on today's edition of the Medley Show. My name is Tucci, and I am super excited to have you join us today as we relive that amazing moment. And of course, we'll be celebrating some of the actors and actresses who made this happen. And of course, those who were also behind the scene, who all come together to make this one big Africa magic. Again, welcome to the show. Let's start by bringing you highlights of the AMVCA 2025, and right after that, there will be more on the show. You stick around.
Good afternoon, guys. My name is Arasi Minadi.
Hi, my name is Chichi Nwora.
And we are live at the Africa Magic Viewers' Choice Awards 2025. It's the 11th edition.
I'm the producer of Shantytown, Slum King, and tonight I'm nominated for my fairy tale wedding.
Last thing I said to myself before stepping out onto the red carpet is, let's go get it.
Is that I'm a blooming flower.
That this is another good chance to meet with my colleagues in the entertainment industry and have fun.
We are nominated for Best Style Content Creator. And apart from myself, I think I love Seven Doors.
Yeah. As a nominee, what I'm looking forward to the most, of course, is to win. I mean, a lot of work has gone into this.
The nominees for these categories are, and the nominees are?
The nominees are. So, without further ado, the nominees are.
Wow! That makes me to scream one more time!
Thank you very much. Thank you. Ike, where you at? I would like to thank first the entire crew.
Are you there? The guru is not here. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm taking this on behalf of Gabriel. That's one mad actor I respect a lot. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for Gabriel Afolayan.
Admir is here as well. Thank you very much for this evening.
Thank you.
Amazing moments there. I'm sure you will agree with me. It was the AMVCA 2025 gave us everything that we want and more, from jaw-dropping fashion to history-making wins. I mean, we couldn't have asked for more. And today on the show, we will get to meet one of the most amazing, iconic stars of that night. Not to say that all the others were not iconic, but this one sort of stands out. It's someone who's been in the industry for a long time. Broadcast, radio, TV. He's a filmmaker, he's a producer, director, and an actor whose career has spanned over 4 decades. And without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, I introduce you to my guest for today. He is the winner, one of the winners of the Lifetime Achievement Awards at the AMVCA 2025. I'm talking of none other than Sani Muazu, who is joining us all the way from Jos in Plateau State. Welcome to the Medley Show. How are you doing?
Thank you very much, Tucci. Yeah.
How are you feeling today?
I'm feeling good. It's great. It's great to be in Jos. It's great to be a winner.
Every time I hear Jos, I'm sort of excited because I think I've said it a lot on the show that I was born and raised in Jos. So whenever I hear Jos, hey, I get to say, yay, like it feels like family and home to me.
Yes. Jos is nice. You can't live in Jos and then feel detached from the place.
I agree.
Actually, people from outside wants to get attached to Jos.
Yeah, I totally agree. I do miss the place. Anyway, once again, welcome to the Medley Show. Let's talk AMVCA right now. You were one of the winners, the big awards of the night, Lifetime Achievement Award. Let me start by asking you, how did it feel when you heard your name announced that night?
Well, let me say it was shocking because I was not expecting it.
Okay.
I was not like, one of those nominated. I was just invited to be there. So it came to me as a surprise. I was dazed. Secondly, I was super excited. I didn't know that people have been watching me.
Oh, we have been watching.
Oh, yeah. When the citation was being read, with all those images, It was a time for me to reflect back and see how far I've come. It was exciting at that moment. And then when I went on stage to take the award, the stage was huge. The lights were really bright and colorful, and the people there were big people all around the industry. So it was an amazing moment. It is lots of elements coming
Emotions.
together. When I went there, yes.
Anyway, congratulations again. And it was your birthday a few weeks ago. So this looks like a very good birthday present, right? Coming from the
Oh
industry.
yeah, thank you very much. It was my birthday on the 2nd of May,
Yeah.
and then this.
Okay, so let's do a little throwback. Yeah, let's talk about your very first role or projects. What memories does it still hold for you? Than when you were when I say when you were a fresher in the industry, when you just got in, what memories does it hold for you looking back now?
Well, thank you very much. Please, you'll have to pardon me. The call for prayers are happening, so we'll have to make do with this distortion.
Okay.
Growing up in the industry was when I go as far back as when I was searching for myself, it was all about wanting to know what I really want to be and what I want to represent.
Yeah.
I started from the newsroom as a newscaster, a reporter, and so on and so forth. And I thought that was my calling until I came across, filmmaking. And I realized I'm happier, creating something fresh, being innovative, starting what was not there and interpreting it the best way I can. But it was even more exciting when I hear what the audience say after they have watched what we created. So naturally, I was, gravitated towards filmmaking as early as possible. NTA did a good job in that because 1986 or so, I was super excited to leave the newsroom and join Behind the Clouds, as a cast.
Yes, I remember.
And that was a huge platform for this country at that point in time. Behind the Clouds was the program that everybody runs to watch, and I was there. And with that national exposure, there was no holding me back.
Yeah, I remember Behind the Clouds. I remember Shadows back in the day. Yes, I watched them all. Yeah, but you've also been part of major projects like Lionheart, Sons of the Caliphate, Up North. One of my favorite personal favorites, Dilemma. Then your project, Mountain Blues. Then you've also had some international projects that you were part of back in the 1990s.
Yeah.
So what do you think has changed the most in African storytelling? Looking at where we are now, what do you think, either for better or for worse, what do you think has changed the most when it comes to African storytelling?
Well, let me start by saying it is for better. When we started, the narrative about Africa was being told by others. We were trying to do our best on the national platform, but internationally, the images we see of ourselves, for instance, the image of Kazan, a white young man, found himself in the desert or in the forest with all kinds of animals, and he could speak with the animals. Yeah. Meanwhile, the Africans that were in that forest were not speaking to the animals.
Right.
And this white guy is probably, the go-to guy who is like the hero who could fight and liberate Africans. That was the narrative.
Yeah.
With the advent of Nollywood and all the other woods we have created right now, the world have realized that no, it is not so. Africans are really intelligent. Africans are people with problems, people that are trying to look for solutions to solve their problems. They don't live on trees. They live in fine houses. They drive very good cars. They have family issues. They have strong links, as a community, as family, and so on and so forth. It had changed the narrative about Africans, about Black people, and we're so proud, that everything, now about Africa is from our own perspective. It's from how we show it, how we expose it. So it had been for the better.
Oh, okay. I like that you said it had been for the better, because we've seen remarkable growth in the industry. So this year's AMVCA celebrated a lot of young talents, from Femi Adebayo, who is legacy winning Best Male Lead. We have Gabriel Afolayan. We also have the likes of Kayode Kasum winning Trailblazer of the Year.
Yeah.
There's even as little as young actors being nominated as well. There are so many young actors who were celebrated this year's AMVCA, both for writing, Blessing Uzi's Freedom Way One Movie of the Year. I mean, there are so many young people. Do you feel like the future of Nollywood is in safe hands?
Oh, definitely. AMVC this year, clearly shows that there is this baton that is being passed from the last generation to a new generation, the Gen Z generation, even from, the compares, the people, that serve as the MCs or compares for the show, the regular guy and a younger guy, were brought in to show that it is time to pass the baton from one generation to another. This is to say that as far as storytelling is concerned, we can only get better. Gen Z today, that's how we refer to this younger generation.
Yeah, we still have millennials.
People, exactly. They are, on the right side of technology. They are the ones, that touch buttons. They are very friendly with artificial intelligence, especially generative artificial intelligence, and they are employing it into filmmaking. Today, when you watch our films, you will see that we are exploring technology.
Right.
We are, trying to make technology to enhance our culture. Take a movie like Jagun Jagun. You will see that technology, became, enhanced, our ability to tell a cultural story. So next generation of Nigerians, especially Nigerian filmmakers, are likely, to walk shoulder to shoulder with Hollywood, Bollywood, and all the rest. We are likely to make the world realize that there are options in storytelling, and African storytelling is probably, what the world, should be excited about very soon.
Okay, I like that you mentioned Nollywood and Bollywood. I feel like we have a long way to go, but I like where we're going. I like the sound of that anyway. But AMVCA this year had some really, really tough competitions. I mean, you mentioned Jagun. There were movies like House of God, there was Lisa B, there was Seven Doors. There were so many amazing movies. The competition were tough. Were there categories you thought, you saw the nominations, either the nominees or the movies nominated, and you were like, okay, this one is going to be tight?
This one is what?
This one is going to be tight. Like, it's going to be a tight competition.
Oh, yeah. It has been a tight race all through. Actually, from the nominations, it was very difficult for one to be able to, forecast and say, this is the winner. And in some cases, it was a moment that took us off balance. You will think this is going to be the winner, and then, they just mention somebody else. And then you come back, watch, the production that that won, and realize, oh, okay, so so much is happening, and even the projects, fantastically fantastic, like somebody would say. But it is true that this year, the level of competition, among the different categories of entries was very tight, and it was also amazing that we are, getting better and better in our projects.
Okay. So what I also want to know, this is the 11th edition of AMVCA. So it's okay to say that AMVCA has come to stay, and we can't deny the fact that it's obviously the biggest award, right? It's our own Oscars. It's the biggest award in Africa at this moment. So what do you think it represents for Nollywood and African film as a whole?
Well, this is the window of opportunity we have. When I say we, I'm talking about the entire African continent, has to be able to not just appreciate what we do on the continent, but to celebrate the best on the continent, to celebrate creativity and innovation, to celebrate excellence. This is a window of opportunity that we have as Africans to encourage upcoming generation to realize that there is a huge opportunity, for them out there. It is also the window of opportunity we have for peer review among industry practitioners. Along the line, as a filmmaker, you think you're doing your own thing, but you are not just the better than your last work, like we do say. There are people that are doing things that are better than yours, and it is through moments like the MVC Awards that you realize, oh, okay, so some people are doing super good. You need to tighten your belt and do better. Okay. So this is the way I see AMVCA. I don't think we have a platform that is bigger, that is larger, that is more well lit than AMVCA at the moment.
Okay. Thank you so much. We would continue this conversation shortly, but we will take a quick break on the show and bring you the most coveted awards at the AMVCA. Like every AMVCA, these are the categories that it looks like everyone is looking forward to. We'll go straight to that highlight, and when we come back, our phone lines will be open, and we'll still be chatting with Sani Muazu on The Medley Show. Stay with us. The Medley Show.
Lagos lit up once again as the stars came out to shine at the 11th African Magic Viewers' Choice Awards. It was a night of glamour, talent, and storytelling excellence, where Africa's brightest in film, television, and digital content gathered to celebrate the power of our own story. From regal tradition to runway flair, the red carpet was pure magic, a parade of cultural pride and cultural elegance, proving once more that AMVCA isn't just an award show, it's a fashion moment. Big wins lit up the night. Femi Adebayo took home Best Lead Actor for his role in 7 Doors, while Chioma Chukwuka shined as Best Lead Actress, also for 7 Doors.
Thank you. Sorry ìfẹ́ la ṣe ṣẹ̀dá olólùfẹ́. Amaka torí tiẹ̀ lọ́lọ́run ṣe dá mi. I'm sure she's extremely excited wherever she is now. Thank you so much, AMVCA. Thank you.
The gripping Freedom Way, directed by Blessing Uzi, was crowned Best Movie.
On behalf of the cast and crew, Freedom Way, Blessing Uzi, I accept this award. Thank you so much, AMVCA. You are doing well.
And Lisabi, The Uprising, made a powerful mark, winning Best Indigenous Language Film, West Africa.
This is a motivation to keep doing more. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you to God. Thank you to everyone. Thank you to the cast and crew. Thank you to the director. Thank you to all of our fans. Thank you. God bless you.
In a moving tribute to industry icons, legends Sani Muazu and Nkem Owo received Lifetime Achievement Awards, honored for decades of unforgettable impact on the African scene.
I am glad that over the years I have been able to touch so many. I saw Peter Ego here, people that set the pace for us, and I've seen so many of my admirers here as well. Thank you very much for this evening. Thank you, African Magic.
The Trailblazers Award went to Kayode Kasum, a creative force pushing Nollywood forward with bold new vision. From emotional ovations to stunning visuals, the 11th AMVCA wasn't just a show, it was a celebration of African elegance. A night that reminded the world our stories matter, our voices are rising, and the future of entertainment is proudly African. Until next year, the lights dim, but the legacy shines on.
Okay, those are beautiful moments from the 11th edition of the AMVCA. This is still the Medley Show, your midday energy, and our focus, like you saw, is still the AMVCA in focus. And I still have with me Sani Moazu joining me on the show. So, watching that and reliving that moment, how did you feel? watching that highlight and reliving the moment.
Sorry, it's difficult to hear you now.
Okay, so I said watching that and reliving the moment, how did that make you feel? Can you hear me better now?
If you can hear me, it is raining cats and dogs in Jos.
Ooh, okay.
And the rain is so heavy now. I can't, and I don't have my headset to hear you very well, and this is going to affect this interview. So I'm sorry, guys.
It's the rainy season, so it's expected.
To stretch to here.
It's the rainy season, so it's expected. But I'm saying, reliving that moment, how did that make you feel?
Oh, yeah, it was fantastic. It was really nice. It was moments, for glory, moments when, those that picked the laurels, were announced. Moment when we went on stage at the verge of tears of joy and happiness, and we picked, the whole thing. Moment of applause too, when people were just clapping and cheering, and it was fantastic. That's just what I want to say.
Yeah, I do agree that it was fantastic, but you are an actor, you are a producer, a director. Looking back on your remarkable career, what do you consider your proudest moment as a storyteller?
Sorry, I didn't get that too.
So I said, looking back on your amazing career, what do you consider your proudest moment as a storyteller?
Well, let me put it this way, and I will be very specific about me. Looking back, it all came together, and it all showed that all the years that we invested, our time, our energy, our resources, our creativity, our innovativeness into the industry was worth it. An award like this one, like the
AMVCA.
Industry Merit Award, is one where your money cannot buy that award for you. Not even, your know-how can give you the award, because you may be knowledgeable, you may be very creative, but if you don't have the discipline, if you have not invested, through resilience, hard work, people that are not as good as you would get to that point, and you will never get to that point. So it was, with nostalgia that I went down the journey for so many years and realized that the investment, was paying or had paid. I thank everybody that had been with me on this journey. I spoke about NTA a moment ago. I was so happy when I saw Peter Ego there, some of those people that really made the platform, available for us. they also made the platform very fair because gone in those days, nobody cares where you come from, what language you speak, or what religion you practice. It is all about creativity. Can you deliver? And once you can deliver, the opportunity is there for you. And Nigeria has changed a lot. Today, that kind of principled stand, that value is getting eroded. But we thank God we've been able to sustain, the value from the good old NTA days. I thank, opportunities that have gotten from international platforms, international projects that really helped, to hone us and make us better people. I thank, all the people I've worked with over the years. I also thank the young people that look up to me, that count on what we are able to teach them, to show them, to make them see that there is a future in the industry. Those that may have found it very difficult to believe me then, with this award, I am sure they would see that the future holds, great promises as long as you're doing the right thing. I thank all the people that believe in me, people, that became my fans, my friends, that followed me, through this journey. I hear people, like you just said a moment ago, that you've watched Shadows. You've been watching me from Shadows. Shadows is about 30 years ago. And man, that's to show that we've had admirers that have been with us for all these years. I thank them. And thank you very much, NTA, for still standing by me with this interview.
Okay, fantastic. You did mention that, of course, there are so many of us watching you, and I'm sure you have also influenced a lot of actors and filmmakers. But are there people who you've also watched in the industry grow along with you, who you are very proud of what they have become in the industry, following in your footsteps?
Yeah, there are people that are really excited, super excited, with all that is happening or had happened. Nigeria had been growing from one strength to another. Our production, values are growing from one position of strength to another. Yes, there are moments when we will say that the industry was controlled by traders, people that really didn't know, what production value is all about. But that didn't last. You can see that today, the film schools that we have in this country, like the National Film School in Jos, and all the universities offering theater arts, mass communication, drama, and so on and so forth, people are being churned out, people of quality. This shows that the industry is getting better and better. And even those that read, film, theater, and so on and so forth, we do make time to go to, film schools, abroad. So many people are, having this hunger to want to know, the art a little better, to want to put in their best into the industry. This is all showing that people are appreciating the industry more and more. Gone were the days when you would say to your father, I want to read filmmaking, and they will say, no, what you need to do is read law or go for medicine. Even the income of practitioners in the industry is getting better and better.
Yes, it is. I agree. I want to talk a little bit more about the AMVCA. So there were over...
About what?
A little bit more about the AMVCA. So there were over categories, over 30 categories that were announced and awarded on that night. And we had a lot of people talking. I mean, there were several nominations. Movies like Lisa B got 3 awards, and there was Seven Doors got 3 awards, Freedom Way got 2, and the others just got about 1. But it was a tight competition, I would agree. From your experience, what would you say stood out the most for you about the organization and delivery of this year's AMVCA?
Let me put it this way. Perfection is only, gotten from God. Nothing is perfect. But despite the few, issues that happen here and there in the organization of AMVCA 2025, which is the 11th edition, it is still one of the best shows that we've had in this country.
I agree.
It is almost flawless.
Almost
flawless. Yes, we've gotten a stage where the minister, came on stage and she had to go back, and it was a bit clumsy. It was a moment that, made the whole thing a bit shaky. But we are human. We can't have 100%. But where you are able to get 99%, I think you've gotten more than excellent.
Okay. That's fantastic. I like that you said that. So I'm still going to ask about you. You wear several hats in the industry. I've introduced you as an actor, a director, a producer. You are a veteran broadcaster, and you are also an activist. So which role brings you the most fulfillment? I mean, when you're acting in front of the camera. When you're acting in front of the camera, when you're behind the camera, when you're playing Big Daddy and Big Uncle to the younger ones in the industry, which one fulfills you the most?
I believe that time has shown that acting, gets the best of me. Maybe because the appreciation I get, the feedback I get from audiences as an actor, had been super amazing. I have, over the years, been so many things all at once. I always wanted to be a director. I wanted to stay behind the camera, and help in interpreting the story, in telling the story, the way I see it. But the more I go behind the camera, the more the camera pulls me to the front of it. Each time I play a role, I remember as far back as early 90s, I played the role of a blind man in a production called Riddles and Hopes. And I thought, I was just doing what I was doing. I was just being myself. But so many magazines in this country kept, saying I'm the best actor in Nigeria for playing that blind man's role very well. Ever since then, I realized, okay, the appreciation that comes from acting is way higher than, me wanting to remain behind the camera. It is like...
Okay, I think we're having a bit of an internet glitch there, but while we wait for that to come back, I would like to...
Walking against
okay.
it than yourself.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. So again, I'd like to open our phone lines, and the number to send your messages to are 0901 3898 9550.
Yeah.
So we already have some messages coming in, and I'm going to read them. Some of them are in the form of questions, and some of them are congratulatory messages to you. So I'm going to read them, and if we have the time, I would have you respond to some of the questions. So I have a first message from Danladi. He says, my name is Danladi. I live in Plateau State, Jos. I am so excited to see Sani Muazu on the show because I have watched him for many years, and I hope one day Nollywood will get to learn from his wealth of knowledge. I guess they're already learning. I guess they're already learning. So I have another message. It says, my name is Musa. I am super excited to see you, one of my icons on TV today. If I'm watching any movie produced by Kannywood, if he is not there, I am not watching. So you do have a you do have a lot of admirers. I have another message. It says, you speak, there's no name and location. It says you speak of the industry like it's easy to navigate, but I don't think you got there by, I don't think you got there through an easy journey. Do you care to share a bit of your experience? I think you've highlighted that a bit, but you might want to answer that question for them.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
A journey that took the best part of 30 or 40 years is definitely, a journey that had, lots of ups and downs. It wasn't all rosy. Nothing would be given to you on a platter of gold, like most people, when they see the razzmatazz, they kind of feel it came easily, but no, it didn't. The truth remains that the resilience I kept talking about, is a product, a result of one, your inner self, the discipline, that shape you and make you who you are. And secondly, here I'm responding or talking directly to the younger generation. It is not all about making money. It is not like sharing the national cake and you just come with a knife and you want to cut your own bits. It is hard work. It is dedication. It is, going through difficult nights, climbing difficult hills and mountains, swimming through difficult waters and so on and so forth to get to where you are today. I thank God that I've been able to surmount, these journeys over the last 3-4 decades. But I am writing a book, and I want to capture those moments the best way, I can, so that I'll leave something behind for people to see, and use as a beacon in their own journeys too. But the truth remains that it is not easy.
Okay. Of course, it is not easy. It must have been a lot of work. And we'll take a few more messages. This one, no name or location, but it says, "Hi, good afternoon. I'm enjoying the show. I am by all inspired by his great work. God will continue to bless you. Amen." Then another message says, I can't stop screaming since I saw you on the screen today. I'm super excited and congratulations on your big win. Okay, another message says, if all if all Nollywood and Kannywood actors were like Sadi Muazu, I'm sure by now the industry would have been bigger. Do you agree with that?
I do.
You do?
It is immodest. It is immodest, but I do.
Okay. So more messages. This year's AMVCA was very interesting and exciting, and I hope we keep getting better from this one. Well, thank you very much. I'm sure they're hearing you. Another message says, I'm not so happy. All the people I was rooting for didn't exactly win, but congratulations to the winners. Of course, we get to celebrate the winners nonetheless. Another message says, Sadi Muazu for president. Okay, says...
What?
Okay, so I see you have a lot of fans. So someone is saying Sadi Muazu for president. Have you ever talked about any political ambition? Maybe you played so well in the movies and now they need you to bring it out in real life, right?
Yeah, they don't know that being an actor and reality are two different things.
Yes.
So thank you very much for the invite, but no.
Okay. So I'll take one more message and we'll take another break. Good afternoon, Medley family. Thank you so much for bringing one of my favorite screen icons to your show today. I'm super excited to see him speak about his journey so that the younger ones can learn, and congratulations on your win at the AMVCA. So yeah, congratulations
Thank
again.
you.
So we will take another quick break and bring you something that is looking like it's beginning to take over the entire AMVCA. I'm talking about fashion. These are some iconic fashion moments from the 11th edition of the AMVCA. Stay with us, we'll be right back. Okay, very iconic moments from the
Yes.
fashion, from the red carpet at the AMVCA 2025. So, Mr. Sadi Muazu, um, do you think, okay, before I even ask that, I want to point out that I think you also put in some efforts in your in your outlook
My
at this is
tuxedo.
everything. Yeah, because normally I would see you dressed the way you're looking, or you're wearing the
Yeah.
the normal Bavarica, but you had a nice jacket and you were looking very good. Tell me a little bit about your look and why you chose to look that way.
Well, let me say that I was not expecting to be one of the recipients. I was just catching fun, going
Okay.
to AMVCA to, watch others. I was not expecting that I would be on that stage that night. And I was also trying to break a jinx. People, are they have stereotyped me into being the northerner that I am, always, wearing my, northern clothes and turban and so on. So I wanted to also utilize AMVCA to say, hey guys, I am an actor,
You
I
can
can
be
be many other
different.
things apart from being myself. And I've got this excellent designer who kept offering me, a chance to showcase, his innovation. And when he came up with the idea of the tuxedo, I said, it's fantastic,
Why
I can do
not?
it. Yes, but when I was invited to come on stage, I wished I had gone with my turban. I'm a title holder.
Yes.
And I'm not just an actor, I'm also well recognized by my community. And as the Makama of Jos North, I would want to showcase, that title, wherever,
The opportunity.
I have recognition like the one I got that night. I wish I had displayed some of those cultural specialities that made us who we are as Northerners. But then, like I said, it came to me as a surprise, and that was what I was wearing. But AMVC 2025 had really, showcased plenty, lots of excellent costumes. Nigeria is becoming the center of fashion in the whole of the continent. Nigerian fashion designers are getting better and better. That when you see the flicks that came out of AMVCA 2025, you will think that there is no red carpet anywhere in the world, not
As
even the
beautiful as
Oscars or
ours. I
Cannes Film
agree.
Festival. Yes, that could compete with what we have.
Okay. But quick question though. This is I like that where African Nigerian or African designers have a very good platform to showcase their talents. But quick question: do you think we're being distracted now? Because it looks like it's more about the fashion than the awards. I mean, some people, you see them posting online, they spend as much money as would do to make a full movie on one outfit that you get to wear for just one night.
On this, I won't agree with you. Hey, I mean, it takes AMVCA comes only once, and you want to utilize that one moment to make whatever you go through, the whole year, to just be worth it from what you wear. As an actor, sometimes we are in the bush, sometimes we're in caves, sometimes you're playing the role of a truck pusher and so on and so forth. This is the only moment you have to come and display a little bit of not just what makes you feel good, but also the wealth that you have gotten through the year. Okay. So why not? If you have the opportunity, why not show it? In any case, when we're talking about the Gen Z these days, fashion is making us look like we're going to go to space and survive there based on what we wear. They are just like, the astronaut suits that, you survive, with these days. So Gen Z are practically wanting to show their innovations. They want to, take us to another level, even in fashion and the game industry. So much is happening in Nigeria and Africa that through our fashion, especially music and movies, you will see that we are not thinking within the box. We are thinking outside the box.
I completely agree with you, and I stand corrected. So I just want to take a few more. We still have a lot of messages coming in for you. So I'm just going to take a few more, and then we'll do some fire questions before we go. So I have another message he says, I'm Togo Electronics from Ogoja. Congratulations on your win, and I would love for you to speak to young people to find reasons to take in your direction. I'm going to give a little time to speak on that, but let me take a few more messages. Another message says, my name is John. Congratulations on your win and all the best. Someone else says, my name is Ahmed. I'm a young actor in the industry trying to find my way in Kannywood, and I hope one day I get to be like you in Nollywood. Well, that's young Ahmed looking up to you without you even knowing.
Yeah.
Another message, no name, no location. He says, congratulations on your big win, a win well deserved. One more message. He says, I couldn't agree more that this Lifetime Achievement Award was for you, and it's been a long time coming, and I'm happy that Nollywood has finally seen the reason to honor you. Congratulations. Okay, so I have more messages, but I'm not going to take all. Let's just do a short fire questions before I let you go. I hope that's okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so quick question. In 3 words, not a sentence, 3 words, describe the Nigerian film industry. 3 words.
A loving industry.
I didn't get that. 3 words.
I said a loving industry.
A loving industry. Okay, that feels more like a sentence. Okay, but I'll take it. Loving and industry, no problem. So if you would play, if we're supposed to shoot or produce a biopic on you, who do you think would play you better? Who currently in the industry do you think would play you better?
There are so many young actors out there. I think.
I want a name.
A name?
Yes. Who do you think will play you very well?
I think an Adam Zango can do that.
Okay, I was thinking Paul Sambo, but okay, that works too. Okay, so another question. I know you've made it clear the fashion is fascinating, but it's not really your thing. But who would you crown your best dressed for the night, male and female?
So many people were so gorgeously dressed. I wouldn't want to pick one. I wouldn't want to do that. I wouldn't want to hurt the feelings of others.
I think
there are so many well-dressed, males and females that night.
Okay. So finally, not finally, but if you had to hand your award to someone else, that is your Lifetime Achievement Award, if you had to hand it to someone else, who would you hand it to?
There are so many people that have done so well in the industry. And even when I got the award, I was wondering, these people, should be recognized. They should be seen too. There are people, I have a very good friend of mine, Bond Emerua. We have worked together with Bond for so many years, and I know how much he has put into this industry. And I was wondering whether, one of these days we'll pull Bond Emerua, on that stage and give him that award. So if you ask me who I would give, I will happily give this award to Bon Emerua.
Okay, fantastic. And we hope that one day Nollywood will see Bon Emera and get to give him his own Lifetime Achievement Award. And congratulations to you again. And all the best as we look forward to seeing more great movies with Sani Moazu in them. Thank you for joining us on the Medley Show today.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Thank you very much for having me. And thank you very much, for making this show very exciting. It's been very lively. And I think that's one of the reasons why I really like to see you on screen. Thank you.
Thank you. And I appreciate that. Thank you so much. And with that, we've come to the end of today's edition of the Medley Show. But be sure that next week, I will be here bringing you something more interesting, more exciting, and also very, very fascinating. My name is Tochi. See you next week. Bye-bye.